Jamie, you were in Germany. Monday morning, we got in here, and it was like, are the Packers good? They just had this amazing thing. Was this the fork in the road, or is there going to be some healing of wounds based on how that game finished? Why do I say that? 28-28, 2 minutes left to go. Aaron Rodgers, now is your time. And they go and they have a 2-minute drill that doesn't really exist. And Rodgers, if we see the footage here, of course, goes, let's see the footage of Rodgers on the sideline here, and he's talking to Matt LaFleur, and you could tell that is not a good word. That is not a good exchange. They asked him afterwards at the press conference, what was your frustrations about? And his response was, just every single play call. All right, so that was on Sunday night. Monday morning, come in here frothing, and you're ready to go. And then the bottom line is, LaFleur comes out and is like, it's on me. And then Rodgers comes out and says Tuesday on the McAfee show that, like, we had a good chat. We're laughing at we're better now than we've been. And, like, to me, I'm looking tonight, like, this season's coming down to this game. If you lose this game, you win last game, great. Now you're hovering, you're 4-6. You go 4-7 into Thanksgiving. You're in the hunt column, and you're not at the top of the in the hunt column. If things go awry here, Rodgers and LaFleur, where are we at, right? Where are we at? Because it was on tilt at one point, and then now we're like, okay, but now we can go on a run, and we got the guys, and Cobb's coming back, and we're good. And Rodgers says we're great. And LaFleur says we're great. I saw it differently. I saw him dropping an F-bomb on him on national TV, and I see him calling him out in the press conference.
Do you think LaFleur just screams into a pillow when he gets
I don't know.
Or punches one or something?
And the story goes, and I'm reading an article here because it was describing it.
Yeah.
Story goes that afterwards, LaFleur off the thing, Rodgers said he'd been watching my press conference. He had seen what I said, and he made a little barb as I was walking out, so we had a couple of laughs.
A
couple of laughs about, like, we're good.
Yeah. Does everyone want you to shut your bleeping mouth about me?
Yeah.
Ever?
Hey, game doesn't go...
Is it like when you're fighting with your significant other and, like, you just have to say with clenched teeth, like, we're good, we're fine. And then, like, you have to get over it yourself, but, like, are you, though?
So.
27-24 tonight, and if Rodgers has the ball under center and he doesn't like what's being... How are we handling this?
Yeah.
And where does this go to next week? Because guess what? Next week, there's a game against the Eagles on a Sunday night. So, to me, it's the LaFleur and Rodgers thing, and they both swear they're great, and who are we from a million miles away to say they're not? Yeah. Let's see how it goes on the field tonight.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic because player, coach going at it on the sideline, somebody of Aaron Rodgers' stature. I'm okay with that. Like, you're frustrated in the moment, but I think to your point is the after and the post-game pressure when you, like, double down on it, and it's not just like, all right, things got heated, blah, blah, blah. So with all of that, I'm going to be looking at those two guys, and one of the reasons why is the Titans secondary has been their struggle. On the defensive side, they've stopped the run. They're second in the league, only letting up like 85 yards a game rushing the ball. Haven't let up a 100-yard rusher since week 2 of the season. But when it comes to the pass game, they're 31st in yards per game. And we've watched this Green Bay Packers offense be one that hands the ball off to A.J. Dillon, to Aaron Jones. And those are the guys that are carrying the load for the Green Bay Packers. But tonight, with everything going on with LaFleur, with Rodgers, could this be the night where we see a vintage Aaron Rodgers type game on primetime Thursday Night Football where he comes in there and he airs it out and he's letting it loose and he's got Randall Cobb back there. He's throwing it up to Watson on the outside. Yeah. Could this be a game where he challenges this Titans secondary to see if they've been able to get in that film room and fix some of the mistakes they've made? Christian Fulton will be back. He practiced full this week. So I think this is a game Thursday night. I'm going to be watching that. I love defensive backs. I love the Titans a little bit. So I want to see if they're ready to handle Aaron Rodgers. Could this be the game where they open up the pass game?
I hear you, and I'm just going to go an original route on this. I'm so excited to watch Rodgers tonight. And I mean, from the full personality experience, the throwing the ball, and how's he showing up tonight psychologically up here? Like, what is his mood when he starts doing that? You know, where he's throwing him in the pregame. Like, what kind of mood and what kind of an emotional experience are we getting from Rodgers? Let's set the scene. I don't know this, but I've seen the quotes, and based on what I've seen, we get ready for the emotional experience of Rodgers tonight. I think he hates Thursday Night Football.
Why do you say that?
I just think he's big on, like, body maintenance and, player safety and all that stuff. I just think he hates it. I think when the schedule comes out, I think he scans his finger for the Thursday night game and says, like, Christ, that's when it is. So, like, is it this tonight, or is it loose, home, we're coming off a win? Also, let's set the stage, all right? So, it's Thanksgiving time. It's almost his birthday. And here's the deal. So, get past this game. Then you got a mini bye, right? So, that's nice. Then you got to play Philly. Then after that, you're at Chicago, so we have another bye. And then you have like a conventional bye. So he has a lot of time off coming. So like that might affect his mood really well. But I'm kind of where you are, Peter. Like, when's the first shot where we go to him and it's right up here and he's just doing like one of those? Because after the game, if they lose, it could be like curtains. Like he may be ashen, he may like take bodies with him, he may take shots because he knows it's kind of the end. However, if they win, I think that he relishes this much more than like, oh, we started 9-0 and we're a juggernaut. I think he relishes proving people wrong, telling people to shut up, everybody counters. I think he loves that. So I said it yesterday, I think they got to go 5-2 to finish the season and make the playoffs. It's almost like they have a magic number, like a baseball team. Like they're now it goes to 4-2. So I know he's going to probably play pretty well. I don't know which emotional Rodgers we're getting tonight. The loose, I'm funny and I do the movie quotes, I'm Nicolas Cage, or the like, I'm so sick of this and like I'm going to take everybody. I'm not going down by myself. I'm taking everybody with me. It's going to be great, great theater, even aside from the football.
There are some shows that we watch like week to week where you're like, all right, you're like a 2-season kind of like that. You're great to watch, but like we only want to pay attention to you for like a year or two, and then you have like the Game of Thrones, like 7, 8 years. Like the Green Bay Packers, like congratulations for being some of the best theater that we could have asked for with Aaron Rodgers as quarterback. And to your point, Kyle, he could arrive tonight being all snappy, crabby, and then by the end of it, he's taken us on this roller coaster where all we want to do is watch like the tight ISO of Aaron Rodgers' face. And what would it be like to be in that locker room? Have you ever played with someone that's like that emotionally volatile? Is not. I mean, you know what I mean. But like this,
100%, and it's different because he's the quarterback.
Yes.
Usually, you don't have that at that position.
To my point, what if you're Christian Watson? Like you just are coming off the high of your life after 9 games where you had no touchdown catches. You're a second-round pick, and you have drops on drops on drops. You cannot make it click. This team needs a wide receiver to click, and you can't make it work. What if you're Christian Watson, and all you want to do is have this celebration after a game that you are so relieved to have arrived at, and then all of a sudden your coach says, guys, tomorrow we have to act like it's Wednesday because we play on Thursday, and like, but also, what about Aaron Rodgers' mood? Like, poor Christian Watson, and all he can do right now is follow up. What's in your swag bag, Christian Watson? What are you going to do? What are you going to pull out of your purse pocket? Because are you the flash in the pan, the one game, the second-round pick
The
where
true detective?
he struggled for 10? Yeah, are you the true detective? Or are you Game of Thrones? Are you going to hang around with us till January? Are you going to be the reason why Aaron Rodgers is smiling?
I don't know.
I think he has a lot. But what? I cannot imagine what it feels like to work alongside somebody who, like, you walk in the room and they're like, what is he like? What kind of mood do you think he's in?
When you met Peter?
You mean Peter? Yeah.
Right?
I
What's
was.
Peter like?
He's loosey-goosey today, though.
I didn't say it.
Peter
Kyle
also has
said it.
Aaron Rodgers
Kyle's
like
allowed to say it because he's worked with him longer.
But I can also spin it like Rodgers. There you go. So
exactly.
very similar.
And you know
That's
what?
all
I
right.
bet he would wear that sweatshirt too.
He would.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, Mr. Christian Watson is like Mr. Fantasy Football waiver wire edition this week. Like,
Seriously.
We'll see.
Absolutely.